They have to be posted at the location in the city that's been designated for the posting of public meetings. In the case of Maplewood, that is, of course, in the entryway of City Hall. Doing it on the city website is not good enough, and then that's the way it has to be posted. But however, this has not been posted that way. So let's continue on and find out, what does the council do?
I think it'd probably be appropriate to adjourn yourselves and do this as an acting EDA. You are just essentially switching hats, but it'd be appropriate to do that.
That being the case, I'll offer a motion to adjourn.
Now, of course, that voice that you heard, that is the city attorney, Alan Cantrud, who is giving them the advice. Yes, it probably would be good to adjourn your city council meeting and then convene as the EDA, except that the city attorney failed to let them know that, of course, the EDA is subject to the open meeting law, and it has not been posted as a separate meeting for the EDA. And, of course, the moment that they do indeed commence the meeting of the EDA without having posted it in compliance with law, they are actually in violation of the open meeting law. Now, why didn't the city attorney tell them that? Who knows? Well, let's continue on, because you heard Councilmember Nephew made that motion. Let's adjourn the city council meeting.
The city council
motion, which I have seconded, that we actually would adjourn the council meeting and take on the role as the Economic Development Authority, and that our adjournment of the council meeting would last until we get done with the Economic Development Authority business. Any discussion about that? All in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? It carries ayes all.
Now, what's interesting, of course, in all of this is that nobody has brought it out and said this, but that when you close a city council meeting and you say, or end a city council meeting rather, and you adjourn it, you have ended the council meeting. This is not saying we are going to take a recess, that we are making a motion to recess the meeting and then we're coming back. It said we are adjourning. That means the city council meeting is done. It's ended, fini. That's it. So let's see where they go from here.
Take one chair to the left or something, so that you can tell that it's different.
That's good. I'll be off the end of the table.
So now here's the Economic Development Authority, and so Michael, would you have a presentation?
Mayor, Council, the Maplewood Area Economic Development Authority was established by ordinance at the City Council meeting on July 27, 2009. This ordinance requires the authority to adopt a rules of procedure and elect officers. The first action that is being requested tonight is for the authority to adopt its rules of procedures. Each of the city's boards and commissions operate under adopted rules of procedures, and staff has included a draft version of the authority's rules of procedures for review and adoption tonight. Staff is available for any questions the authority may have on the draft version of the rules of procedure for the Maplewood Area Economic Development Authority. With that, I'll give it back to the authority for any questions or comment.
Mr. Nephew, you have a question or comment?
Yeah, I have a couple questions on the rules. Under item B3 of the proposed rules, it says, talking about the calling of special meetings. I'm wondering if, so the way that it's written, it says that it may be called by the chairperson or in his or her absence by the vice chair or by any other member with the concurrence of a majority of members. And so that...
Now, of course,
this
is Council Member Nephew talking about, he's got a question about the proposed rules that the staff is asking them to enact. And, of course, one of the issues that he's bringing up, which shows you that he is very cognizant of what the open meeting law is all about, is that if you're calling a special meeting and it's by the majority of the members on the board, well, obviously that means that they have conferred together a majority